So it looks like their whole team is left. Izanami is going to be pushing right. We are making the rotation. We miss our line attack. We're going to use our explosion. We miss a lot of stuff there. We're going to have to just fall back. We're kind of on cooldown. We do have our ultimate. We go ahead and ult the Sobek. We are able to get a pick onto the Milan through our ultimate. We're going to place a bunch of seeds, and then we're going to jump, get the double kill. We place the enhanced seed, but Sobek is too far away. So we're going to go ahead and just disengage, rotate back mid. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Persephone mid. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong. If you are a returning viewer, Persephone is an amazing god. She has a very high skill cap. At the lower levels, it feels like she's very underwhelming. But if you're playing somebody who knows how to use Persephone, it can feel very overwhelming. So what we are doing right now is Persephone's 1 is going to cast that line attack, and then there's going to be the body that does the additional sprint at the end, and at the very end of that there is going to be a seed that is planted. So what we did was run to speed, plant a seed, run to mid, plant a seed, and our timing was actually terrible. If you are quick enough, you can actually place 1 at speed and then place 3 in lane and make it back to hit the speed camp. I unfortunately was only able to place 1 at speed, 1 in mid, and then I had to... Oh, did I miss the XP for that? That's unfortunate. Then I had to run back for speed because I was leaving, but that's okay. So that is Persephone's 1. Persephone's 2, she's going to directly plant a seed. So let's go ahead and go over the seeds. The seeds have 3 stages. The first stage is whenever it is first planted, and it'll remain like this for 2.5 seconds. If you basic attack a seed in the first stage, it is going to apply a heal. After 2.5 seconds, the seed is going to evolve and turn into a little explosive. This explosive is going to deal decent damage, and it's also going to apply a slow. After, I believe it is 14 seconds, after 16 seconds, Persephone's seed is going to turn into a flower. And with the flower, whenever you basic attack it, it is going to chase down the enemy and attack in a little cone formation. And then Persephone's 3 is like a dash, but there's a circle around her. She can either dash forward or dash backwards. If she has any seeds within her dash radius, they're going to be taken to the next stage and then be activated. So if you have 3 seeds that have just been planted and you use your 3 on them, they're all going to get turned into the explosive seed and then immediately go off whenever you dash. If you dash and there's explosive seeds there, they're going to get turned into the flower seeds, and then they're going to chase down the enemy. The other cool thing about Persephone's dash is that after you dash, the next seed that you place will start as an explosive seed. It will not be a healing seed, so it immediately goes into stage 2. Persephone's ultimate is very strong. She's going to cast a ball and shoot it in a line attack. I do not think this attack has range, meaning that you can shoot it from across the map if you have a clear line of sight, not hitting walls and such. And whenever it hits a wall or connects with an enemy, it is going to spawn a large circle around it, and anyone standing in that circle is going to have a vine connected to them, and they're going to be unable to leave the circle unless they have beads, of course. So if you get caught in it and you run towards the center of her ultimate, your vine length is going to get shrinken. It's going to become smaller, meaning that you're going to have less radius to walk around the circle of Persephone's ultimate. Persephone's ultimate can be destroyed by 5 basic attacks. So if there are a lot of people together and there's a hunter and maybe an attack speed assassin, they can kind of melt your ultimate really quick. And then Persephone's passive is a little bit complicated. So Persephone is going to gain a seed when her harvest plants wither. So after she has used a seed, she's kind of like harvesting it. If she has more than 25, she can respawn whenever she dies. And she's going to be able to have full mana, dealing 60% reduced damage and moving 20% slower. But she can exist after death for just a little bit. And then whenever you back, any seeds that you have harvested can be sold for 3 seeds, and Persephone can hold up to 100 harvested seeds. So in terms of the build, we're going to be going into Mage's Blessing, and then we're going to be going into Divine Ruin or Spear of Desolation. Right now, with the current items, Flat Pen is just so unbelievably valuable. I'm going to use this great example. I had one game where I got Divine Ruin and Spear of Desolation online. I look at my magical protections, and I see that I have 48 magical protections. So I can assume that the enemy has a very similar amount of magic protections. Between Divine Ruin, which has 15 Flat Pen, and Spear of Desolation, which has 15 Flat Pen, we would be damaging the person who has 48 magical protections as if they only had 18 magical protections. And this flat reduction is so valuable early on that it really allows you to deal relevant damage. So there's kind of 2 types of damage going on. You have the base damage and then you have scaling. Scaling relies heavily on getting more power, but with the base damage, if you can get the base damage to avoid a lot of their protections, you're going to get a lot more value out of the base damage early on with Flat Pen than you would with power early game. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a ramble. We're going to kind of focus back more onto the game. This Persephone's playing, or I'm the Persephone. This Discordia is playing pretty passively. We're going to want to make sure that we are planting seeds often, and kind of to where if they're in the second state, they could hit the minion wave. So the 2 that you can see on screen are great positioning, but the 2 to the left right now are probably not the best positioning. Discordia is hanging so far back that our flowers can't register her to go chase her down. We're going to check this left harpy, see if we can get anything. Oh, we're going to go all the way right. We do have our ultimate. Nemesis is able to get a pick. We ult terribly. Oh, but we did get the pick onto the Nemesis. We're going to dash out. We get her with the explosion from our 2 that was activated by our 3. So now we're going to want to run back a little bit. We placed the bonus seed, I guess is how I'll refer to it. The seed after dashing, that is the stage 2. Skips stage 1. So we have that out there, but we're pretty weak, so we're just going to go ahead and back. We were able to get our first pick though. And it only cost us a wave and a half in mid. Well, Discordia rotated over, so like we're the same. She's going to be able to clean up that wave. I probably missed a few minions from that wave. Mercury's going for damage, but I want to clean this wave up since it looked larger than normal on the minimap. I don't know if it actually was. Oh, and Mercury waited. What a saint. So now I'm going to be able to get the XP from these as well. I missed one camp minion, a small minion. And I was able to get the full wave and then the big minion and the small minion, so that puts me in a pretty good spot. I only really missed out on the one little bit of XP in gold. We've got Cthulhu showing up in lane.
On my way.
Right here we're kind of just planting a lot of seeds towards the left. So on the camp we're going to come, we're going to detonate our seeds with our 3. And then we're going to place the seed, the advanced seed from our 3.
The underworld my sapling.
So there are 2 people in left who know that their jungler is not going to be coming through our lane anytime soon.
I have what others lack. Vision.
They're past their half and they're kind of in our half, so we're going to rotate over. Discordia is coming by, so we're going to try to get a little bit of poke onto her. Somebody else is rotating, so we're going to rotate back. I'm trying to tell them, like, hey, nobody's in mid, y'all should retreat left. I kind of fall back, and that allows, like, their whole team is flanking our team right now. We need to be very careful on our positioning. Persephone does really well in lane when she can hide around her seeds. We ult just to get the CCs off onto some people. We get ulted by Discordia. Going to try to fall back. Nemesis is close by. That was a very bad fight for our team. We probably should have retreated when I originally said retreat.
It's your job not
We get our line attack off onto Discordia, and it does a very large amount of damage.
Careful, middle.
So it looks like they are probably going for the red. We're going to head for our red buff. Izanami is going against the Medusa. Medusa's kind of near half. We're not really going to make a rotation. Plus we have the
literally all
mid
of my
that we need
teammates
to
are
deal
close.
with.
Your left tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack.
We're going to go ahead and back. We have enough money for Spear of Desolation or Divine Ruin, and it looks like in this game we are going to be going into Divine Ruin. It is probably better to be getting Spear of Desolation first, especially if you have the money.
Dude, that guy is literally a bot.
However, either or will work, especially if you're building both of them back to back. Hopefully with this upcoming mid-season patch, the Mage builds will get mixed up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and ult. We missed the immediate shot, but we're able to hit the wall and get the Sobek in there. We use our explosion to turn the explosive seeds into flowers that track the enemy down. So there's two people in mid. We're going to go ahead and just rotate to these small harpies. Chalk is dancing with them in middle lane. Looks like they got him under tower. There's 4 people there. We do not have our ultimate. We're going to place some seeds. Send a flower off at him. Get a little bit of damage off. Use our line attack from a distance. So we're attacking wave, and Discordia can't even really push into lane. She has to hide under tower. Does good damage though. That hurt. So we're going to go ahead and back. No health potions. We could indefinitely heal off of our seeds, but that takes a while. Your heals are not that extreme. Whenever playing Persephone, you want to max out the 1 first, and then put some points into the 2, maxing out the ult whenever you can, and then finally the 3. The reason I level up the 1 first is because if you put all of your points into your 2, and then the enemy is just really good at dodging your flowers, then it can be a very difficult situation where you invest all of this time putting up these seeds in these positions, mana, and not going after wave to do this, and then whenever you detonate stuff, you might be able to get the full wave, but the enemy can just easily dodge it. With the 1, you're kind of throwing it at their face, and it's a little bit harder to easily dodge. And then it creates a seed, which we can then use. And then we're trying to use our seeds for poke, but our 1 is our main damage. We do have our ultimate ready here. I have a feeling this is not going to be ideal, and that I'm going to do something that's probably pretty bad here. Discordia is in mid with Sobek. Yep, there's the whiff. I had a feeling that was coming. I just waited in lane too long. When Mulan was under tower, I should have realized, oh, I need to rotate back mid. This is no longer worth it. Instead, I camp out a little bit, and it's like, oh, she barely left tower. Now's the time to run in an ult. And then I miss my ult. And I'm missing wave and mid. There's some minions at my tower right now that I'm not getting. 4 people on left. I do feel like I kind of should be helping out here. Our ultimate is down for another 40 seconds. We get our 1 off.
Howdy.
Mercury ults through. We're able to get 2 stuns off. Chalk is going to go ahead and ult in. We were able to get another pick there. Nemesis gets her damage off, is able to dash out. We're going to send some flowers at the enemy, but they were easily dodged. Reset an explosion off. So Chalk is going to go ahead and toss his hammer, and we're going to go ahead and throw our 1. If our 1 would have connected with that Sobek, it probably would have gotten him. Our team is charging in, so we're going to go ahead and ult, try to lock up any of the enemies and prevent them from retreating. We're able to get the Mercury and Medusa into our Vine. The Mercury is able to get the pick onto the Nemesis. We're going to go ahead and use our line attack, avoid the Discordia, and just kind of fall back into jungle. We don't really have the mana to do a whole lot in this situation, so we're kind of just hanging out with our team to make sure that they get away. The attack on Fire Giant is probably not the best idea, but we could totally get Pyromancer in this situation. We're going to go ahead and plant some seeds. We're kind of waiting for our team. We miss our 1 attack on a camp, which is signs of a high level play. I hope y'all know I'm not serious there. That was very embarrassing. Should not be missing abilities onto the camp. But we're going to go ahead and back and get the Spear of Desolation. Then we're going to pick up some beads for the Medusa, for the Milan, really for the Medusa. If we get Sobek pulled, usually our reaction time is not that great, and usually Sobek ends up pulling us when we push our beads mid-air. We're going to use our line attack to clear the wave. Our damage is up, so we're going to go ahead and rotate that way. We do have a bit of a lead on this Discordia, about a level, so we want to make sure that we are continuously hitting camps in between waves, so that way we can maximize our farm. The wave is going mid, so we're going to clear it, and then we're going to hit these smalls. Cthulhu is already on the smalls. Oh, he walked right past them. So with Persephone, my 1 is on cooldown. Yeah, I bet you we could get the Gold Fury, even though that they're right there.
My garden grows.
So we're going to start it. We're waiting for the team to join. The Izanami is here to help. Sobek is coming. We're going to use our 3 to activate it. We're going to go ahead and ult, use our line attack, and we're able to secure the Gold Fury. We have 2 of them locked in. Cthulhu should be able to pick this up. Mercury's able to get a pick. So I go down. Now I am in my ghost form. I'm doing 60% less damage and moving 20% slower. Chalk is able to ult. I'm trying to get an explosion off onto this Medusa. I got some damage, but I wasn't able to get the final hit. Cthulhu was able to clean it up. So it looks like Mercury's able to get a pick, and that is a DSI. We had just gotten the Gold Fury, so we should be able to push and get some structures here. Maybe even a Phoenix.
Nice job. You rock.
So even though I went down, it was totally worth the trade. We were able to get Gold Fury and get a DSI. I'll trade my life for those 2 outcomes almost every time. We're taking a look at their builds. Scordia's got some heals. They do not have any anti-heal yet, which I believe is what we're really checking at this point, because we're about to be going into Soul Gem. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh, I was playing with people. I forgot about that. I was playing with University Hype and Wolf. Wolf, who were you, Wolf? I think you were Chalk. Anyway, I was playing with 2 subscribers this game. Forgot about that. We're going to go ahead and rotate to our red buff. Oh, Lone Wolf is Cthulhu. That makes sense. Don't know who Chalk is.
Enemy missing middle.
Oh, you know what? It's weird. This guy's name is Wolf. We randomly queued with somebody that had a wolf in his name, but his actual Smite handler name is Pro Gamer. So he is actually the Shock. We're going to go ahead and ult into these 3 people. We got the Vine onto 2 of them. We're going to place some seeds. We're taking a lot of damage. We're going to want to use our 3 on our seeds to dash out. We get a lot of damage off. We're able to get a kick. We're going to throw our enhanced seed down and then activate that. Get another explosion off. Our team is going to continue to collapse on the enemies. We're going to quickly throw some seeds down to try to heal up just a little bit. Getting about 100 health per heal.
Let's go, baby!
We pop a mana potion, and now we're going to link up with our team, start trying to get some hits on the tower. I see that the Izanami is being chased by Mulan. Cthulhu rotates over, that is the Medusa dash. We miss our line attack. We're going to dash through onto 2 seeds, and Mercury is able to get the pick. We place our tier 2 seed after our jump down and detonate it on the camp. So unfortunately we were not able to get any Phoenixes, but we were able to convert that Gold Fury and Deicide into taking down all of their structures. And then each tower is giving everyone on our team some gold. Chalk, you didn't need to go down to the tower. So we have a bunch of people grouped here. Looks like nobody's really interested in pushing the Phoenix, so we're going to go ahead and back. We're going to pick up Soul Gem. Soul Gem is going to give us 10% cooldown. It's going to give us some lifesteal, some power, and every 4th ability that we hit on an enemy is going to heal our team and deal bonus damage equal to a percentage of our total power. Or Persephone's total magical power, I should say, not like the teams or anything. Don't want there to be any confusion.
Your left tower is under attack.
So we don't have a whole lot of seeds planted in mid. And once we've gotten their tower, especially their tier 2 tower down in mid, it's kind of this weird spot. Like, I want to play around my seeds, but I don't want to put my seeds too far on their side of the map. That puts me in a bad position. So, early game, when they still have the tier 1 tower, it's pretty easy to manage your seeds and find spots for them.
Your left tower has been destroyed.
Can't even find anybody, so we're kind of just hanging out in mid. Looks like they are rotating left. We're going to clean up this mid wave. So it looks like their whole team is left. Izanami is going to be pushing right. We are making the rotation. We miss our line attack. We're going to use our explosion. We miss a lot of stuff there. We're going to have to just fall back. We're kind of on cooldown. We do have our ultimate. We go ahead and ult the Sobek. We are able to get a pick onto the Milan through our ultimate. We're going to place a bunch of seeds, and then we're going to jump, get the double kill.
Poggers.
We place the enhanced seed, but Sobek is too far away. So we're going to go ahead and just disengage, rotate back mid. So they only have 2 people left. Izanami is about to be on the Phoenix. We might be able to get this Sobek. I don't know why I said that. He's definitely gone. We're not going to be able to get this Sobek. Hopefully this Izanami can get the tower or the Phoenix.
Okay, literally all
Got
of my
the Phoenix.
teammates are trolls.
Totally worth it.
Unfortunate.
So we are going to kind of keep high pressure. Well, we're really just clearing this wave. We don't want to be this high up, just Cthulhu and myself, because the enemy team has 3 people up, just me and Cthulhu up, and they have more people about to spawn. So we're going to start falling back and see if we can strip some of the camps from the enemy side in the jungle. Right here we're going to place the seed. We detonate the seed from the one that got placed and the seed that we just placed. So Persephone is very strong. Her ultimate is going to be useful in almost any team fight. We had a pretty good early game, pretty good mid game, and we're about to have a pretty great late game. We are playing a little bit cautious. We just don't want to push too far up. We don't really have anyone with us. Our damage we just missed. Gold Fury is up, and so is Pyromancer. Chalk is getting pressured by 3 people, so we're going to go ahead and rotate over, see if we can help them. We do have our ultimate if they can group up together. They're still chasing them down. We're about to ult. We ult the Nemesis. She beats us out. but we're able to deter the enemy from chasing. We use our seeds and our 3 to cause an explosion onto the Mulan. Unfortunately, we spread our ultimate onto 2 of our teammates.
Be right back. Be careful left.
We're gonna have to fall back a little bit. We don't really have the health or mana
That guy
for
is
this
literally a
situation.
bot.
Cthulhu is able to clean up one of the picks and keep high pressure onto other people. Cthulhu is just really disgusting right now. I expect him to get nerfed quite a few times and quite a few different ways in the
Jeffrey,
future.
I'm bragging.
Cthulhu is able to get another pick. Now it's just the Sobek. I have my ultimate in 2.
Be right back.
If I could ult this Sobek, we could just lock him down for the team. I'm pretty sure their support does not have beads. And we miss. Unfortunate. We're going to use our line attack, get a little bit of damage off, and we're going to have to start falling back. Seanyb gets plucked by the Sobek. I don't think there's a whole lot that we can do in this situation. We're going to place a whole bunch of seeds, and then we're going to go ahead and back. Nemesis is coming. We're going to dash, get all of those seeds, turn into flowers. It did not do as much damage as I wanted it to do to that Nemesis. So we are probably going to end up going down here. Mercury saves my life. We're going to place a seed, detonate. Mercury is able to get a pick. We throw our line attack off. We are still falling back. Mercury is still in the fight.
Return to the underworld.
Looks like he was able to get out. Very nice. So Mercury definitely helped save me right there.
According to plan.
I'm the
I did have to put on my wiggle shoes and wiggle around that Mulan for just a little bit, but then the Savior Mercury came to the rescue. We are going to clean up this mid-wave. Cthulhu is on our damage. We're going to go ahead and go pick that up. Never mind. We're going to look to see if their damage is there. I don't know what we're doing. We're linking up with Cthulhu and we're going to go for Gold Fury. Probably should have rotated to my damage before making the Gold Fury call. It looks like Seanyb was able to pick it up. So it's not a total L. At least someone on our team was able to get it. So that is our second Gold Fury of the game. This one was an Oni Fury, and the Oni Fury is going to spawn some enhanced minions. So if you look at the bottom of the mini-map, we have some green dots with a white circle around them. That is the indication of the enhanced wave from the Oni wave, or the Oni Fury. So we are a 5-man group. Doesn't really matter where they are, we should be able to push this Phoenix and get the pick. We get our ultimate off, we're able to link 3 people into it. Mercury ults into a wall. We get an explosion off. We're going to, oh, we got hit from behind. We're going to need to kind of strafe this off. We're going to place some seeds. Cthulhu buys us a little bit of time if that's done. Scordia jumps back in, unfortunately for her, and we are able to get the pick. Nemesis ults us. This is probably not going to go that great. We're going to keep planting seeds. If we have to use our 3 and dash out again, that's the plan. So we're going to throw down our 1, explode it, and we're able to get the pick onto the Nemesis. The reason that worked out is because we used our 3, and then the next seed after using our 3 is going to be in the state 2 immediately, meaning that is right out of the gate, it's going to explode. There is a Medusa ult. We are pretty weak. We're going to go ahead and ult the Medusa. We're going to dash away. Our team should be able to clean that up. We're going to throw a 1 off, just get some extra damage off. We're very weak. We probably cannot end at this point in the game. Looks like Chalk is about to go down, but we should be able to get this middle Phoenix.
Okay, literally all of my teammates are trolls.
Fire giant. Retreat.
I'm on it.
So we're going to fall back. Pyromancer would be the easy target. Cthulhu and myself are pretty weak. I don't think we could get the actual Fire Giant.
Okay, on my way. Till the fall. Souls such as yours.
So we were able to get the Pyromancer. We're going to go ahead and back.
Be seeing you again.
So after going into Soul Gem, we're going to go ahead and go into Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is going to give us a lot of power, decent amount of mana. It's going to make it to where we're doing a percentage of their health each time we use an ability on them based on the amount of health and protections that they have. And then we're going to pick up Obsidian Shard. So Flat Pen is really strong in the early game, but it kind of falls off in the late game. So imagine if the enemy has 150 protections, you remove 30 of those with the Flat Pen, so you're dealing damage to them as if they had 120 protections. That's still a lot of protections. That's really going to reduce your base damage down. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to ult and back it up. Our ult buys us a little bit of time. This Sobek ultimate we were able to avoid with our dash. We got some great damage off.
It's your job not to die.
The team fight is going heavily in our favor. We were able to get the pick on 3, and what I was saying with the penetration is Flat Pen's good early, percent pen is good late. We're going to push with the team. I think we might even be able to end here. It is just the Discordia and the Sobek. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to end. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, please check out the channel and subscribe for some more content. We're able to get to take on the Sobek. If you ever have a question or want to see a particular god played, please reach out in the comments or in the Discord server. The stats for this game will be posted in just a second. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.